It's hard time we understood that Davido and Burna Boy, these guys are unique to themselves, and even Wizkid, they are unique to themselves. I want to give you some unique qualities of these guys so that you will need to understand that. Yes, fans are really pitching themselves against themselves. That is something I got to understand. I need to explain that to you so that you will get to understand the big story behind it. And we still got something trending about all of this on social media. But before I dive into the story, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. Yes, owing to the beef between Wizkid and Davido, Wizkid ranting so much on social media, and that has generated a lot of things on social media. A lot of people have been reacting to this. I think it is a big story that is trending out on social media. We need to understand it from a dynamic point of view and start living true to ourselves. Most times our fans are the problems of these guys, Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy. That is something I got to understand, and several times it has proven itself over and over again. Recently, Wizkid started ranting on social media. A lot of people are now asking Kilo Day. That is one thing we need to understand. Some people came up with a big story of the Puma brand, ambassadorial deal and the rest, and the signage that Wizkid demanded a lot from Puma, and he was really turned down, and then they went for Davido, which Davido accepted. And some people are coming out to say, you know what, Davido has no class. Anything that you throw at Davido, he accept, and that is what is keeping Davido and the family billionaires. That is something you need to understand, because when you show a business person money, that person will learn or will think on how to collect that money from you and make it a business for himself. That is something I got to understand. So let us not be jocular about all of this and focus on the issue at hand. It has always been a superiority contest between Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy, and which is being amplified by the FCs, 30 BGs, and the fans out there. That is something I got to understand about this story. On this whole thing now, who do you think that actually started the whole fight, and who do you think is really wrong in this whole thing? I want you to put your own opinion in the comment section. Wizkid himself needs to relax on this whole issue. He needs to understand that UBA that actually drafted Davido and took Davido to Paris, US to actually have a show and a concert with them, and also the promotion with UBA, Elumelu, and the rest, and where Wizkid is a brand ambassador of UBA and the Puma deal. This UBA, Puma, and other brands, they are in for the market. They are not entertainers like you. They are not singers. They want to sell products. So they will go after anybody that has the influence to sell their products. But the last time I checked, Davido remains one of the most followed African artists on Instagram with over 29.5 million followers. That is actually an interesting and a big feat for Davido, and a lot of people are really responding to this, and this is really getting loud and saying that Wizkid, you need to relax on this. Don't blame anybody in it. These people, they want somebody that will help them to sell their products. Mattel want to sell his product. That is where they actually need the services of the likes of Davido, who can command influence on their product. And Davido has done it for Mattel, doing it for Puma right now, has done it for a lot of brands, 1xBet and the rest. But you need to also understand that, singing on stage, recording in the studio is not the same thing as business. That is something Wizkid is yet to understand. David is a businessman. Wizkid is an entertainer to an extent, is a laid-back entertainer, singer. That is what I describe Wizkid. And a person of Burna Boy is a performer. You cannot really take that away from Burna Boy. But when you look at Davido, he is a businessman. That is something you need to understand. I think the background of Davido actually taught him business, and this guy is really winning in that direction. Was able to secure a deal for his father at a time. That is what I got to understand based on some kind of report and the rest. And this guy decided to accept the offer of Puma, and he is really selling out for Puma at a time. One of the biggest ambassador of Mattel in Africa, and this guy is really reaping over millions of dollars in his bank account. You should not be actually angry about it. And when you talk about singing, lyrics and the rest, Wizkid has this smooth lyrics that is actually working for Wizkid at the time. But a lot of people are coming out for Wizkid and saying, you know what? You have to give us something new again. But Wizkid has been promising to drop a new album called Mariah that he dedicated to his mom, and that album is yet to drop. Why is Wizkid not dropping that album? Wizkid picked October to dropping that album, and Davido dropped a kind of a snippet in October, and that really escalated between the fans out there. The unique quality of Wizkid, Davido and Burna Boy cannot really be overemphasized. When you talk about performer, Burna Boy is a big performer. I kind of understand the background of Burna Boy from the Fela's camp, Fela Shrine and the rest, and also understand that Davido is a businessman from the business home, a billionaire's home. That is something you need to understand about this whole thing. And Wizkid, on the other hand, is a street guy, and this guy has actually imparted in the Afrobeat culture. So we need not fight over superiority because these guys are unique to themselves. That is something I will tell you guys. And fans always try to pitch these guys against each other. That is not right at all. Let's look on the whole. Right now, a person of Larry Gaga is like promising that I want to have Davido, Wizkid and Burna Boy on the same album, not on the same song. Before somebody misquote me on this, I want you to understand that he is really working on a project that will take on these three guys. But do you think he can really achieve it at the end of the day based on the escalation of the beef between Davido and Wizkid right now? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section and tell me what you feel about the big story. I want that in the comment section also. Wizkid, you need to relax on this UBA, Puma and other brand ambassadorial shits. That is something you need to actually calm down about, because UBA, Puma and other brand, they are really business brand, and these guys are looking out for who will sell their products. They trust Davido to actually command that influence in Africa, which is really doing so well. Davido has a big influence in Africa, and that he has been using that to market a lot of fame for these brands. That is something, and they need to market their trust to an extent. And if they don't find it better with you, allow them to seek for any other person. That is something I will tell you on this. Guys, before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. I love you guys. Keep supporting Afrobeat blog across social media platforms.